Football is filled with stories of resilience, determination, and moments that define the legacy of a player. For Nigerian-American forward Ifeoma, her journey in football has been marked by persistence, hard work, and her deep connection to both her Nigerian heritage and her international career. Now, with her recent retirement announcement shared on social media in October 2025, her chapter as a professional footballer has officially closed. In today's video, we are taking a deep dive into IfeomaOnumonu's career and retirement, a look at where it all began, her rise through the American soccer system, her contributions to the Nigerian national team, and the significance of her decision to step away from the game at this stage of her life. Ifeoma was born on the 25th of February, 1994, in Rancho Cucamonga, California, USA. She grew up in a Nigerian household, with parents who instilled in her discipline and pride in her roots. Like many second-generation Nigerians in America, she was exposed to both Nigerian culture and American opportunities. From an early age, Ifeoma developed a passion for sports. Her natural athleticism stood out: tall, strong, and quick. She had the physical attributes of a forward built for modern football. Her journey into the game would soon be formalized through the competitive American soccer structure, starting with high school football and then progressing into collegiate soccer. Onumonu's footballing talent earned her a place at UC Berkeley, where she played for the California Golden Bears women's soccer team between 2012 and 2016. During her college years, she established herself as a reliable striker, combining speed with technical ability. She scored consistently and became known for her versatility, not just a finisher but also a link-up player capable of holding the ball, pressing defenders, and creating chances for teammates. At Cal, Ifeoma's performances earned her recognition and set the foundation for a professional career. She also completed her academic studies, proving she had the balance of brains and athletic talent. Professional club career. Boston Breakers drafted in 2017. In 2017, Ifeoma was drafted into the National Women's Soccer League, NWSL, by the Boston Breakers as the 8th overall pick in the second round of the NWSL college draft. This was her official introduction into the professional game. Although her time at Boston was brief due to the club folding the following year, she gained valuable professional experience and exposure to the demands of top-tier women's football. Portland Thorns and Reign FC. Following Boston's collapse, Ifeoma had stints with Portland Thorns FC and later Reign FC, now OL Reign. These experiences were vital, though playing time was limited, and she often had to fight for her place in squads filled with international stars. What stood out during this period was her persistence. She refused to give up despite the competitive environment and the struggles of breaking into starting 11s. Sky Blue FC Gotham FC. Ifeoma's real breakthrough came with Sky Blue FC, which later rebranded as NJNY Gotham FC. Here, she found her form and consistency, becoming one of the key attacking players for the club. Her performances included scoring important goals, providing assists, and playing with a work rate that endeared her to fans. She was named to the NWSL Best 11 second team in 2021, a career highlight that recognized her as one of the league's top performers. At Gotham, she played alongside stars like Carly Lloyd and Margaret Pearce, which helped her game grow even further. Club career stats and legacy. Over her professional career in the NWSL, Ifeoma became respected not just as a player but as a role model for young African and African American athletes. Her journey symbolized resilience, especially for players of Nigerian descent balancing careers abroad and national team responsibilities. Despite being born and raised in the United States, IfeomaOnumonu opted to represent Nigeria, the country of her parents. This was a significant decision because she had the chance to compete for the US, but she felt a strong connection to her heritage. Her switch to Nigeria was officially recognized in 2021, and she quickly became an integral part of the Super Falcons squad. Debut and early impact. Onumonu made her competitive debut for Nigeria in the 2022 Africa Women's Cup of Nations (WAFCON) qualifiers. Her pace, pressing ability, and attacking instincts gave Nigeria an additional dimension in attack. She was often deployed as a center forward but could also drift wide, offering flexibility in formations. 2022 WAFCON. At the 2022 WAFCON in Morocco, Ifeoma played a key role for the Super Falcons. Although Nigeria did not win the tournament, she impressed with her work rate, hold-up play, and ability to bring teammates into the game. 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup. One of the pinnacles of her international career came in Australia and New Zealand at the 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup. Onumonu was part of the squad that shocked the world with Nigeria's resilience, defeating Australia and holding Canada to a draw. Her presence in the team reflected the growing influence of diaspora players in the Super Falcons setup. IfeomaOnumonu was not just a goal scorer. She was a complete forward. Here are some traits that defined her. Physical presence. At 5 feet 10, she used her height and strength to her advantage. Hold-up play. She was excellent at receiving passes under pressure and bringing others into the attack. Pace and pressing. Her ability to close down defenders made her valuable in modern high-press systems. Link-up ability. She could play in tight spaces, combining well with midfielders and wingers. This versatility made her a valuable squad member for both club and country. Like many athletes, Onumonu's journey was not without obstacles. Competition for places. In both club and country, she often had to compete with world-class forwards for starting roles. Injuries. As with most professionals, she battled injuries that sometimes disrupted her form. Balancing identity. Representing Nigeria while being raised in the US came with cultural adjustments and expectations from fans. Despite these challenges, she consistently proved her worth through professionalism and hard work. In October 2025, IfeomaOnumonu announced her retirement from professional football. Her statement, shared on social media platforms like Instagram, was emotional and filled with gratitude. She thanked her family, teammates, coaches, fans, and everyone who had supported her throughout her journey. She wrote about the importance of closing this chapter of her life and hinted at moving on to new opportunities beyond the football pitch. Multiple Nigerian and international outlets confirmed the news, with Premium Times, Vanguard, and Legit NG all carrying her retirement story. The announcement sparked an outpouring of tributes and well wishes. Super Falcons teammates praised her commitment and professionalism. Fans celebrated her contributions to Nigeria, noting that she chose to represent her roots over chasing a potentially easier career path with the US. Clubs and coaches acknowledged her hard work and influence, especially in the NWSL. Her retirement comes at a time when the Super Falcons are undergoing transition, and her absence will certainly be felt. Legacy and what comes next. IfeomaOnumonu may not have had the global fame of stars like Asisa Toshola, but her contributions were significant. She inspired Nigerian American girls who saw her as proof that they could represent their heritage at the highest level. She was a symbol of discipline and humility, never controversial, always professional. She contributed to the growth of the Super Falcons' diaspora influence, alongside players like Tony Payne and Michelle Alozie. As for the future, while she hasn't explicitly stated her next steps, it is likely she could remain in football, perhaps in coaching, mentorship, or commentary. Given her education and leadership qualities, she also has opportunities outside sports. IfeomaOnumonu's retirement marks the end of a special journey. From Rancho Cucamonga to Cal Berkeley, from the NWSL to the Super Falcons, she gave her all to the game. Her story is about more than goals and appearances. It's about heritage, identity, and resilience. It's about a player who chose to represent Nigeria when she didn't have to, and in doing so, inspired a generation of young girls across the diaspora. As she steps away from the pitch, we celebrate not just her career, but also her courage to define her own path. Thank you, IfeomaOnumonu, for your service to football and to the Super Falcons. What's your favorite IfeomaOnumonu memory? Do you think she retired too early, or at the right time? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more Nigerian football stories.